but we're gonna hit 2 legs today. And weather's been cooling down. I got a shell bar that I think would be really good. We tried to fish it the other day, but the wind was too strong. It's really tough to stay on it. But we're gonna go hit that thing up and then dick around out there for a while. But my school fish are setting up, so we're gonna go back out, do some long lining, see if we can't come up with a giant. But first, some crave, and I think I might even take a bath. I woke up early enough, so we'll get all luxurious and then go out on the water. How's that? All right. Beautiful day, sunny, lovely, clear blue skies, perfect to put fish tight to the bottom, schooled up to long line in their mouths. So we'll see what happens. I know I'm gonna start catching big ones shortly, man. It's been like a big one here or there thus far, but they're coming. Like they're going to arrive. And dog is already warm. What's up, dog? Say what's up. I'll teach him to talk one of these days, but I think he's gonna give up on my fishing spots. But here we go. That's the good stuff right there. There, good. Yep. That's good. That right there, it's on a Gambler Ace Nico rig. That's a freaking mule. We're gonna put her on a scale just to have a look-see real quick. 6'9". Man, I thought she was bigger than that, but I guess that's that spinning tackle talking. Let's get her back real quick. So this isn't a lot of them, but this is what 2 big ones look like. Them 2 right there. Those are the kind we're looking for. Like, fish are showing up. They're flooding in, dude. Like, I go back over it and more fish are coming, more fish. But I think I got them a little weird because I've long lined them up like for an hour and a half, and then I've thrown other stuff, and I've caught some on the other stuff and that, but I think I gotta let them reset, and I don't think anybody really understands this school right here because I had it all to myself last year and guys fished around me and never picked up on it. But they're here. They're freaking here.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Hope he's got the bait good. Yeah. Power. I don't know how big this one is. Chasing her and she's still pulling out drag. Oh, I hope she's got those hooks good. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She's got one freaking hook, man. She's got one hook. That is, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She had one freaking hook. Look at that. She had one hook in her right there. Oh my gosh. We gotta get her in the live well. Dude, that's, oh my gosh. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna put her in the live well. Dude. Alright, in the live well. Oh, I can't believe I landed her. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dude, that fish, it ate, oh, make sure the camera, that fish ate it. I knew she was big, but then she jumped once, she couldn't even get out of the water. Like she just tail splashed. I'm like, oh, it's like a 5-6 pounder. Cause I thought she jumped, but that was just her freaking tail, dude. And she had one hook, she ran me for all it was worth. That's why you don't get a lot of time. You gotta balance between getting them in and not breaking off. And dude, last year I lost so many that were so close. But whatever, like that's what we do this for, man. Oh my God, I gotta put her on a scale. Oh my gosh. That right there, gentlemen. That's, I don't know what it is, but they freaking like that thing. 6XD, it's like neon gill or something. It's the hog collar is what that thing is. Holy Jesus. I gotta get that thing on scale. Dude, there she is. Let's get her on the scale. Oh, knock my damn shoe off. $11.6. $11.6. Alright, we're gonna get this fish released. It's a freaking giant. Check this out. She's done. She's gone. How about that? That's a freaking giant. Well, gentlemen, that's a wrap for the day. I caught an 11.6 trophy catch. I still can't believe I landed her, dude. Like, she only had one hook in the snout, and I guess that's karma. I lost so many last year that I know were just donkey giant ones, like just tanks, dude, and they come off, and it was that same thing. Because what'll happen is you'll hook them up, they're like 50 yards out, they're way out there, they'll jump twice, they'll shake one side of the hooks, or they'll get down to one hook,
And then, I mean, unless you're like the most finesse perfect person, by the time they get to the boat, they pop off somewhere in between. But I'm thankful because that was a freaking giant, and that's just the start for this year because they're just starting to come. Ended up catching a 6'9", I think, later in the day on a Nico rig. The school got real tweaky. I went around and longlined some other stuff and caught a lot. Caught one like 3.5, 4. But not the size. The males come out first, and that's what I'm seeing the most of. That's what's really potted up. So that's why that 11.6 was such a surprise too. I know there's some early females, but in general, they're not here yet. They're not out yet. But I'm jacked up. That was a hell of a day. And whenever you catch a fish that big, like, you know you're doing something right, because I knew where she was, I knew how to catch her, and I got a little bit lucky too, which is, I mean, hey, that's fishing, right? But we're gonna wrap this thing up. Dog is exhausted. I'm kind of exhausted. It's time to go home and celebrate a little bit and come back another day. So checking out for now. So I just caught a freaking toad monster, and caught it long lining, about 25 feet of water. And a couple of interesting notes about it. So I actually long lined about 40 yards north of here, and I marked quite a few fish, and I caught like a 3.5 and a 3, and I had another one I think on. But there were a bunch, like I could see a bunch on the graph. And I had a little spot where I caught some on a football jig the other day, and I went and scanned over it, and I think I saw like 2 or 3 fish. Not too many at all. But last year I kind of figured out that if you target those smaller pods of fish long lining, you can be really precise with your presentation. You can put it right through those fish. It takes like longer, it takes more time, but you can be really detail oriented. And sometimes those smaller pods of fish, just like if you're fishing a grass lake on Okeechobee, you get into like a wad of like 5 or 6, 7 pounders. They're usually bigger in those smaller pods versus, you know, giant schools. So I long lined that small, like 3 or 4 fish, and that's when I caught her, which was interesting. The crazy part is that's 10-pound fluorocarbon. That's 11-pound 6-ounce fish. That's 10-pound fluorocarbon. She ended up having 1 freaking hook on the top of her lip. So you really gotta, one thing I do is, like, when I hook them, I'll reel them down. I keep my drag really tight, but I'll reel them down so I get a good hook set in them. But when they start getting to me, I'll freaking loosen that drag, man. And once they're hooked good, I want them to be able to run, because these fish seem to run when they get near the boat, and they just keep going. Like, I couldn't even lift that fish or do anything. And if you pull too hard, you're gonna pull those cranks out. So you really got to soften up your drag, because we're using, this is like an 8-foot or something, or a 7-11 cranking rod, and it's a little heavier action because it throws those bigger baits, those 6XDs and that. But really loosen that drag, change out your hooks. Those hooks save me. You're not using stock hooks. That's how I lose fish. You're not gonna land them all. I can't tell you how many like that. I know I had 2 bigger than that have just come off. It's a lot like flipping. You just gotta accept the fact they're gonna come off, especially when you got them way out there and they're jumping. But you do get lucky just like this every once in a while, and it feels awesome. I'm so jacked up right now, man. Like, that is a freaking donkey. That's a donkey. So let's get back to fishing. Who knows if I'll catch any more? Who really cares? That's a trophy catch, gentlemen. Try long lining. And we're in Florida, by the way. Not in Alabama, not in Tennessee. We're in Florida. Oh, dear.